Nearl the Radiant Knight, also known as Nearalter or NTRK, is a 6-star Dreadnought Guard. She originally released during the Near Light event in the Path of the Radiant banner alongside Flametail, and is currently only available during Anniversary banners. NTRK, real name Margaret Nearl, has 8 years of combat experience, likely coming from her time as a competition knight and as a defender for the followers in Rhodes Island. She stands at 171 centimeters tall, was born on the 23rd of April in Casimir's, is currently 25 or so years old, is the older sister to Maria Blemishine Nearl, and is of the Karanta race, specifically a Pegasus. In her archive files and promotion record, it's noted that Radiant Knight, Margaret Nearl, has returned to Casimir's with a refined combat style, shifting her focus from treatment-based originum arts to a more offensive application, while her golden sword spear remains a powerful symbol of justice. Her transformation, praised by allies like Shining and Nightingale, reflects her growth and determination to uphold justice, burning evildoers while uplifting her comrades. Nearl's sword spear, designed by a Casimirzian craftsman and strengthened by Blemishine, has proven superior to standard knight weaponry, enhancing her originum arts by nearly 10%. A single precise model of the weapon is preserved for study at Rhodes Island. Despite her heavy workload in Casimir's, Nearl always answered Rhodes Island call for help, though her time aboard the landship has been limited, leaving many operators disappointed by her absence. Meanwhile, her sister Blemishine, inspired by Nearl's dedication, immersed herself in the landship workshop, crafting innovative armor for Nearl. Their bond reflects Nearl's deep connection to both her family and Rhodes Island, as she acknowledges the profound impact the organization has had on her and her loved ones. Nearl's presence has even drawn talented operators like Blemishine and Wishlash, enhancing Rhodes Island's recruitment efforts. Rhodes Island closely followed Nearl's journey to victory in the 24th Casimir's Major, recording every challenge, battle, and hardship she faced. Despite the honor associated with the championship, Nearl never saw it as true glory, instead finding splendor in the struggles and camaraderie born from survival. Late one night, she reflected on these deeper truths in a letter, contrasting them with the hollow spectacle of the arena. The next day, a young operator asked for her signature, and Nearl, despite her usual reservations, wrote a simple message: "Keep up the training, Operator Nearl," offering encouragement for the day. Nearl's journey in Casimir's was challenging, but her past experiences with Rhodes Island taught her the importance of cooperation. With the help of her allies in the Pinus Sylvestris Night Club, she established Rhodes Island's Kaulawerki branch and worked to aid the infected. Though disgusted by Casimir's transactional nature, Nearl, as a 2-time major champion, used her influence to push forward, collaborating with the Adeptus and the General Chamber of Commerce. Unyielding in her resolve, she faced every obstacle with her sword spear, determined to bring light to those trapped by society's mechanisms, no matter the cost. Public records about the Nearl family focus mainly on Margaret Nearl, Maria Blemishine, Blynar, Zofia Wishlash, and their late grandfather, with little mention of Margaret and Maria's parents. A now retracted tabloid once speculated that their parents left the country years ago, but their whereabouts remain classified. Maria has almost no memory of them, and Margaret's memories end at around age 10, suggesting they disappeared over a decade ago, likely during a mission involving the Adeptus Sprolidari. Whether alive or lost in a dangerous mission, uncovering the truth remains sensitive and could affect relations with the Adeptus. The medical file for NTRK is pre-infection. She had a cell originum assimilation of 0% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.14 parts per liter. The note in her file mentions, as already stated, that the file is from the past. Hibiscus is documented as saying that Nearl is incredible. In her character art, drawn by Ryozaki Ichi, NTRK wears a white zip-up tunic with open sides, a tall black turtleneck and white open collar, golden pauldron on her left shoulder, black glove with metal bracer on the left arm, white sleeve on her right arm, black short shorts, metal greaves with high heels, a radio headset, and belts with Nearl and blue vials on them. She holds her sword spear in her right hand and a glowing mini-sword, Blazing Sun, in her left. In her voice lines, voiced by Ayane Sakura, who also voices Kirara Hoshino in Oreimo, Mika Shimosuke in Psycho Pass, Elisa Ayase in Love Live, Natsumi Koshigaya in Non Non Biori, Kokoa Hoto in Is the Order a Rabbit, Tsubaki Sawabe in Your Lie in April, Akiko Toshira in I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying, Iroha Ishiki in Rom-Com Snafu, Solution Epsilon in Overlord, Giselle in Gate, Ochako Uraka and Reiko Yanagi in My Hero Academia, Masumi Kamuro in Classroom of the Elite, Bort in Land of the Lustrous, 9 Delta in Darling in the Franxx, Yasuko Koenji in Senko-san, Best Girl in Winner, Yatsuba Nakano in Quintessential Quintuplets, Saki in Girlfriend Girlfriend, Krei in Do It Yourself, Fiona Frost in Spy Family, Minami Fuyuki in Hokkaido Gals, Clarice in Grand Blue Fantasy, Queen Mebd, Miyamoto Musashi in Mochizuki Chiyome in Fate Grand Order, QBZ97 in Delisle and Girls Frontline, Prince Eugen in Aegir in Azure Lane, Praxis in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Iori Shiromi in Blue Archive, Yai Miko in Genshin, and Julia in Nikkei. NTRK often talks of her family, friends, and the past.
カジミエーシュで生きていくのは決して簡単なことじゃない。監査会と商業連合会は未だにせめぎ合いを続けているし、栄光が再びカジミエーシュを照らす日の訪れはまだまだ先だろう。私もロドスにいるこの時間にだけ警戒を解いて安らかなひとときを過ごせるのだろうな。彼女たちは元気にしているか？リズの具合は？シャイニングは無理して戦っていないか？故郷にいた間もよく皆と肩を並べた時の景色を思い出したものだ。彼女たちはかつて私の帰郷に同行してくれたが、次はこの陽気士が彼女たちの理想に光を捧げる番だ。カジミエーシュを長く離れてロドスでの暮らしに随分と慣れてしまったようだ。志を同じくする騎士が共に歩みたいと名乗り出るたび、ここでの日々を思い出す。だが複雑なデスクワークは想像以上に疲労がたまるのもまた事実。まだまだあなたに学ぶことも多いようだ。この武器か？知る者こそ少ないが、私の祖父は若い頃ソードスピア使いだったんだ。その後父がそれを継ぎ、私にも剣術を教えてくれた。故郷に戻った時に小さい頃のそんな思い出が蘇った。この武器を取ったのはただそれだけの理由だ。マリアは自分の本当にやりたい仕事に気づいたらしい。あの子は才能があり苦労も厭わないし、ゾフィアもいるから心配などはしていない。今にして思えばマリアには剣よりもカジハンマーの方が向いているのかもしれない。あの飾らない情熱が永遠に続いてくれることを心から願っている。カジミエーシュにある争いは他と性質が違う。表立った攻撃も水面下の策略もなく、膨張していく欲望とねじ曲げられたルールがあるのみだ。だからこそマリアたちがロドスに長くいられるのはいいことだと思う。志を同じくする者は少なくないが、我々は依然として砂漠に、美徳の砂漠に身を置いているのだから。この崩壊寸前の時代で私はかつて孤独を感じていた。しかしシャイニングとリズが私の運命を照らし、ロドスが私の居場所となった。私は他人に照らされたことがあるからこそ、はっきりと分かっていることがある。ドクター、 美しき願いと固い信念があれば、この大地は変えられるんだ。
At E2 level 90 with max trust and potential, NTRK has 3,750 HP, 1,184 attack, 295 defense, 0 resistance, a 66-second redeploy time, 17 DP cost, 1 block, and has a 1.5 second attack speed. Her range is the standard range for a single block guard, being the one tile in front of her. At max trust, she gets plus 200 HP and plus 85 attack. At max pot, she gets minus 2 DP cost, minus 4 seconds to redeploy, plus 35 attack, and a buff to her second talent. Her first talent, Brave the Darkness, at E2, when NTRK is deployed, she deals 80% of her attack as true damage to enemies in the 4 adjacent tiles, and stuns them for 3 seconds. If the previously deployed op is from Casimir's, she deals an additional hit. Her second talent, Daybreak, at E2 pot 4, attacks ignore 23% of defense. NTRK has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. Knight Training is upgraded to Noble Creed. When NTRK is assigned as a trainer, for every Knight op, NTRK or Nearl, they're mutually exclusive, Blemishine, Wishlash, Flametail, Farttooth, Ashlock, Wildmane, Justice Knight, Gravel, or Viviana in the base, excluding base assistants, plus 5% mastery speed, capping at 8 ops, or plus 40%. NTRK's first skill, Flaming Edge, gains SP over time and has an unlimited duration. All levels start with 0 SP, with level 7 through M3 needing 60 SP to proc. At level 7, NTRK's range expands and she gets plus 55% attack and plus 38 attack speed. At M3, it's plus 70% attack and plus 50 attack speed. Her second skill, Night Scouring Gleam, is passive and lasts for 25 seconds at level 7 and 27 seconds at M3. At level 7, NTRK's deployment with this skill doesn't consume a deployment slot. After deployment, she gets plus 120% attack and gains 3 shields. After the duration expires, she retreats and extends her redeploy time by plus 25%. If the previously deployed op is from Casimir's, the redeployment time won't be extended. At M3, it's plus 160% attack and 4 shields. Her third skill, Blazing Sun's Obsolescence, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, lasting 25 seconds at all levels. Level 7 starts with 20 SP and needs 50 SP to proc, while M3 starts with 25 and needs 40 to proc. At level 7, NTRK summons a Blazing Sun, which has 6000 HP, 10 attack, 600 defense, 2 block, and a 1 second attack speed, as well as dealing 100 to 130% attack as true damage and stunning enemies for 3 seconds when summoned, on a deployable ground tile within the 4 adjacent tiles. Her attack range expands, she gets plus 100% attack, plus 70% defense, and deals true damage to enemies blocked by the Blazing Sun. At M3, it's plus 140% attack and plus 100% defense. NTRK has a DRE-X module named Blade of the Blazing Sun, which increases her attack to 115% when attacking blocked enemies. At module level 3, Blaze of the Blazing Sun fully upgrades Daybreak, making it so that NTRK's attacks ignore 31% defense. She also gets plus 330 HP and plus 105 attack. To unlock and max out this module, you must have NTRK at E2 level 60, have 100% trust with her, defeat 100 enemies with your own NTRK, 3-star Maria Nearl MN-8, deploying your own NTRK and having your own NTRK defeat at least 1 corrupted or withered knight. Have 12 module data blocks, 60 data patching strips, 20 data patching devices, 2 polymerization preparations, 3 crystalline electronic units, 4 bipolar nanoflakes, and 300,000 LMD. NTRK also has a DRE-Y module named a Knightly House, which gives NTRK a new trait. When defeated, NTRK doesn't retreat, and instead recovers HP. However, after they recover HP, minus 60% max HP, and plus 30 attack speed. This can only proc once per deployment. At module level 3, a Knightly House fully upgrades Brave the Darkness, which makes it so that the damage is 100% attack as true damage, and the stun lasts for 4 seconds when NTRK is deployed. She also gets plus 90 attack and plus 45 defense. To unlock and max out this module, you must have the same requirements fulfilled as the previous module, complete 5 battles with your own NTRK using Blazing Sun's Obviescence at least once per battle, 3-star Near Light NL-10, having your own NTRK defeat the Blood Knight Diciopolis, have the same module items as before, and 2 bipolar nanoflakes, 3 crystalline electronic units, 4 polymerization preparations, and 300,000 LMD. Nearl the Radiant Knight is multi-utility bundled into one limited operator. True Damage is also the name of the game for NTRK, as her first talent, with module, deals 100% of her attack as true damage to nearby enemies when deployed, twice if a Casimir's Ops was deployed before her, as well as stunning enemies. Her second talent ignores defense. Her S1 increases her range, has a massive damage buff, and is infinite duration. Her S2 makes her a heli drop. Her S3 does true damage, technically, increases her block, and massively expands her range and damage. Her X module has her deal even more damage and ignore more defense, and her Y module makes her a pseudo doll keeper op with an extra life. As always, there are a few buts with these pros. Yes, her Brave the Darkness talent deals true damage and stuns enemies, but it's on deployment and her redeploy is nowhere near fast, as well as needing a Casimir's Op to be deployed before her to get that extra instance of true damage, which, granted, isn't hard if you have someone like Gravel, but that's a whole deployment/operator slot taken up for either a talent or her S2. On the topic of skills, her S1 does increase her range, but she can only target one enemy, unlike Blaze's S2, for example, which also extends the range. Her S2 actively relies on having Gravel deployed before her, so that her redeployment time isn't like 82 seconds, and that true damage from her S3 is only applied to enemies blocked by the Blazing Sun. The Blazing Sun's placement is, to my knowledge, completely random as well. That's also not mentioning, at all, that she's a limited op. Overall, NTRK is a great Dreadnought guard with amazing versatility, and realistically can be made even better with Mlynar on the field, using his second talent in S3. But you do realistically need to have Gravel in the squad to get the full potential out of NTRK, especially if you're using her as a heli drop with her S2. High priority to raise. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Girls Frontline videos as well. There will be a teaser out tomorrow for next week's character and story summaries.